Okay, let's do a little thought experiment. Go back to your college days. Remember getting handed that syllabus? You know, the stack of papers you probably glanced at once and then forgot about? Well, what if I told you that one of those boring documents actually held a secret, a complete blueprint for a successful career today? That's what we're going to do. We're going to decode one of the most overlooked documents ever, a college syllabus. You know, it's a feeling we've all had, right? You spend years buried in textbooks, learning all this theory, but then you graduate and you feel totally unprepared for what the real world actually throws at you. You find yourself wishing you'd learn more about how to really work in a team, or how to manage a budget, or just how to tackle those messy problems that don't have a clean answer. Well, it turns out for one lucky group of students, that entire professional blueprint was hiding right there in front of them the whole time. So let's dive into the syllabus for an engineering course called Minor Project and uncover the 3 huge secrets it teaches for building a career that actually thrives.
Okay, so right out of the gate, this syllabus throws a total curveball. I mean, you'd expect an engineering course to be all about circuits or code or building materials, right? But the very first major lesson here isn't about technical stuff at all. It's about people.
And the language they use here is so important. The course rationale doesn't just say teamwork. No, it explicitly states a goal of maintaining good communal harmony. That isn't some fluffy buzzword. It's a specific, measurable outcome. The course is basically telling you, straight up, that your ability to get along and create a functional, positive team is just as critical as whatever you end up building. I get this. It's not optional. The course forces this lesson on you by making teams of 3 to 5 students mandatory. Just think about that number for a second. It's not big enough for you to hide in the back, but it's not small enough that you can do everything yourself. You absolutely have to learn how to communicate, how to lead, and yeah, how to deal with conflict. It's like a perfect little sandbox for real-world collaboration.
Now, check out how you're actually graded. A whopping 70% is based on your progress throughout the project, the day-to-day grind, while only 30% is the final exam. The message couldn't be clearer. How you work together as a team matters more than twice as much as what you can prove you know on your own at the end. In this course, the journey really is the reward.
So we've got people skills as the foundation, but where do we go from there? Well, the second secret is all about how you think. Because let's be honest, in today's world, the biggest problems and the coolest opportunities, they never fit neatly into one little academic box.
This quote right here, it's basically the heart of the whole course. The goal is to synthesize, to pull together ideas from totally different fields and use them to solve a real problem. Think about it. A new phone isn't just a piece of code. It's also industrial design and supply chain logistics and user psychology and marketing, all rolled into one. Being able to connect those dots, that's a superpower in today's job market.
And the syllabus doesn't just hope this happens. It actively encourages it. It says flat out that you can and you probably should go outside your major. So a mechanical engineer could end up working on a software project. A computer science student might find themselves tackling a market research problem. What this does is it intentionally trains you to be what people call a T-shaped professional. You know, deep expertise in one area, but with a wide enough understanding to work with everyone else. This list of project types is it's so smart. You can actually see the path it's laying out for you. You might start with a pretty straightforward technical task, like analyzing some component. But the course is always pushing you further, all the way up to solving a real societal or industrial problem. It's a structured journey, from just doing a technical exercise to actually finding real purpose and making an impact with your work.
So, okay, you've done this amazing cross-disciplinary work. Now, how do you explain it to somebody? This rigid report structure, it looks like busy work, but it's really a masterclass in professional communication. It makes you clearly state your goals, argue why your work even matters, the so what of it all, and then walk someone logically through how you did it and what you found. It's literally teaching you how to tell a compelling story about your work, and that's a skill you'll use for the rest of your career.
All right, we've talked about people and we've talked about ideas. But there is a third, absolutely crucial piece of the professional puzzle that most college courses just ignore completely, and that's money. This syllabus, though, it puts it right front and center. Right there, tucked in with all the expected technical outcomes, is this absolute gem. Develop cost awareness and utilization of fund. Just notice how it's listed with the exact same weight as all the other technical skills. The syllabus is making a really powerful statement here about what it actually takes to succeed in the real world.
And this one little line reframes everything. See, the old way of thinking is you design the perfect thing, and then some other department, maybe finance, figures out if you can afford it. But this syllabus teaches the modern reality. The budget isn't an obstacle. It's actually a core part of the design process. A tight budget isn't a barrier to innovation. It's the very thing that forces you to be truly creative.
So when you put these three secrets together, what do you get? You get a surprisingly complete blueprint for a modern professional. Someone who can work with people, who can connect ideas from different worlds to solve big problems, and who can do it all within the real-world constraints of a budget. And it was all hiding in a simple course document.
Which really just leaves one last question, and this one's for you. Take a look at the work you're doing right now, whether it's for your job or for school. If you look beyond the obvious to-do list, what's the hidden curriculum? What are the real learning outcomes that project is offering you? Because that answer, well, that might be the most valuable part of the whole thing.